What's up, guys? Welcome back to Married to Reality. I'm your co-host, John, here with my wife and co-host. I'm just realizing she too gifted me an electric toothbrush, and now I'm questioning everything. It's the one and only Teresa.
Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing?
I'm a little self-conscious now that I've thought about it. Now that I've stepped back and thought about it and realized you too have given me an electric toothbrush.
And you gave me the same one in white.
Oh, we bought it for each other?
Yeah.
No.
Do we have the same toothbrushes?
I thought you bought them for both of us.
No, it was the joint gift.
Oh. Well, now people are wondering what's the joint gift.
Well, John and I, we do this mixture of Christmas and Hanukkah just so we don't have to pick, but also we don't want to celebrate both. It's too much. So we just combine it and we do our own thing where we give each other gifts, but then we pick a joint gift. That's something we both enjoy. Mm-hmm. And then we also go to a fancy dinner.
It's a whole thing.
And we watch Miracle Night.
It's a whole thing. It's like Festivus, but it's even better.
Yeah, but that's what we did 2 years ago, I believe. We got the toothbrushes.
Well, now I feel better about it.
Yeah.
Because some of the worst characters on this television show have given the gift of the toothbrush.
You remember we saw it at Costco and we're like, oh my gosh, we love it.
We do.
No, Costco. Target.
No, I thought Costco.
Costco?
I thought Costco.
Well, one of the stores, and it was December, and we're like, oh, let's do this.
It's a beautiful, beautiful appliance, if you can call it an appliance.
It works great. I love it.
You are the one who always refills the head, the brush head. So I think maybe that's why I'm thinking that you are in charge of that gift.
Well, I'm in charge of maintenance.
You're in charge of most things around this house.
Very true.
Yeah. Okay.
What would you do without me? Seriously.
I take it back. I will say it was probably your idea to get the toothbrush.
Yeah.
When it comes to the joint gift.
What you wanted to do.
When it comes to the joint gift, most times I think it comes from you. We've gotten the Dyson vacuum as a joint gift. We've gotten the toothbrushes. I'm realizing you like things to be clean. Whether it's
air fryer.
The air fryer, whether it's our mouth or our diet or our home, you like things to be clean.
Have you met me?
I sure have.
So here's the answer.
It makes a lot of sense. Guys, we're not going to talk about our made-up holiday for this entire show. What we're going to talk about is 90 Day Fiance. Before the 90 days. But before we get there, a few things we got to cover here. A little bit of housekeeping. First things first, follow us on social media at Married to Reality Pod on Instagram. So much is happening over there, more than has ever happened over there. It is action-packed. It is meme-packed. It is giveaway-packed.
Yeah, guys, don't forget, you probably, at this point, you might have 24 hours left.
Let's see, this is going to drop as soon as we finish recording this, so sometime Monday night. Mm-hmm. The giveaway, and if you're not familiar with the giveaway, guys, it is something we are holding on our Instagram where we told you about the merch shop. The merch shop has launched. We want you guys to be able to win something free of charge from the merch shop, so we're doing a giveaway, and we're doing it on Instagram, and it's going to end Tuesday at 4:59 p.m.
4:59, guys.
We're going to draw those lucky names at 5 p.m. and we'll let you know who won. So if you haven't entered yet and it's at least not 4:59 Eastern time on Tuesday yet, go to our Instagram at Married to Reality Pod. Find the post. It's the post with some of the merch. It says holiday giveaway. And all you have to do is make sure you're following us, like that post, and tag 2 friends. And you're entered.
That's all you have to do.
Boom, you're entered. We're going to choose 2 people. Those lucky 2 people can choose anything they want. Anything they want from the merch shop. Mm-hmm. We're going to ship it to you free of charge. You can choose the sweatshirt. You can choose the mug, the t-shirt, whatever you want.
Whatever you guys want. And just to make it clear, we are not going to be the one just choosing the names. We're going to use this
random selector online.
Yeah, just to make it very, very fair. So guys, it's not us. It's the internet.
It's the internet. So make sure you enter. Speaking of the merch, a ton of you guys have been picking up that merch, and we thank you for that. There was a little kerfuffle, a little bit of a kerfuffle when it came to the shipping that we clarified. We want to make sure you are clear about it. So I don't know if it's because of the holidays or whatnot, but when you choose the merch and you take it to checkout, super rush or rush shipping is automatically checked. I think because they want you to get it by Christmas. The thing with that is it's like $10 to $15, and that's ridiculous. Okay, that's basically the price of most of the merch. So that's insane. We reached out to the sales team over there because we're not printing the merch. We use a printer and they ship it. And you just have to uncheck whatever's checked. So if Rush is checked, uncheck that. If Super Rush is checked, uncheck that. And it's like $4 to ship.
Yeah.
So that's beautiful. We've gotten a lot of the merch ourselves and I like it. I love it.
I love it too. We are rocking it all the time.
Super comfortable.
Speaking of rocking it,
Yes.
guys, when you get your merch, take a photo, post it, tag us, we'll repost it.
Absolutely.
Show us the love, show us the support. We'll return the favor because we love it.
Shout out to Andy. He was the first one to do that, and we reshared that. So thank you, Andy. You look fantastic. You always look fantastic, but never look better than in that Married to Reality hoodie.
100%.
Teresa was just, she couldn't believe how good you looked, Andy.
Yeah,
So
a chick magnet.
absolutely. Absolutely. So thank you, Andy, and thank you to everyone. So that is the merch. That is the Instagram. That's the giveaway. Make sure you're following the podcast too. Okay, wherever you're listening right now, just look down and smash that follow button.
Yeah, guys, smash it like it's Christmas week hot. You know why? For so many reasons.
Because we're in Florida and it's hot.
As we said, we don't forget about other celebrations, but for example, we do Hanukkah, kind of, but it's
Sure.
over. So I can say Christmas because it's the Christmas week.
Sure is.
It's hot in Florida, thank
It
you.
is hot in Florida.
And Christmas is a beautiful holiday.
It's a hot holiday.
It's a hot holiday.
There's the hot chocolate. There is the heat in the fireplace. Santa's probably hot in that suit that he wears.
Look at you.
Hey, okay, I've been waiting. Sorry, I didn't mean to, but I got very excited because we discovered something about you a week or so ago.
About who?
You. And I've been dying to get it out on the podcast, but I didn't want it just to be a random story. So now that we're talking about Christmas, I think this is the perfect time to tell this story.
What story?
We all know the song Rudolph the
Oh my
Red-Nosed
gosh.
Reindeer, don't we? Well, we do, and I'm sure you do listening. Teresa somewhat knew it. And as with all of Teresa mistakes, this one was absolutely adorable. And I'll let you take it if you want to explain to our
Sure.
friends what happened here.
Well, I didn't know you're gonna share this.
Oh, well, that's what I
But
do. Surprise.
Let's share.
Little Christmas story. Little Christmas story.
I was just kind of thinking about the song Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer as it was on the radio and I was singing, and
Sure.
I realized that, this song is about this nice reindeer named Rudolph,
The Red-Nosed Reindeer.
the red-nosed reindeer, and this other reindeer named Olaf.
A not so nice reindeer.
Yeah.
Olaf.
So I was singing the song, telling John, can you believe poor Rudolph is being bullied by this Olaf because he's the mean reindeer? And John is like, what are you talking about?
I'm like, who's Olaf?
So I was like, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, blah,
Out of
blah, blah,
every
blah,
shiny
blah, blah.
nose.
And it goes, Olaf the other reindeer, right?
You
And
still
I was
have to
like,
call him names, yeah.
Olaf is so rude. Such a rude reindeer.
That Olaf.
And John is like, what are you talking about? What Olaf?
It is all of the other, which is almost a sadder song.
It is.
It's just not
So,
one rude
not
reindeer.
that I was singing the song wrong for 10 plus years. I got sadder because
Yeah.
it's not just one reindeer. All of the other reindeers.
You used to laugh and call him names. Oh, you mean reindeer.
Damn reindeers.
Yeah.
Now, I don't even like reindeers anymore. I thought it was just one. That's like kind of rude.
Nope. All of
All
them.
of them. All of them but Rudolph.
All of the other, at least. But what an adorable story. What
Is
an
it?
Oh, it's one of my favorites.
It ruined everything for
It's
me.
one of my favorites. I'm glad.
It ruined it all.
I'm glad we found the right time to share that. So, thank you for that, Teresa. Okay.
You're welcome.
So we smash it like it's hot. We follow the Instagram. Okay, one last thing. If you haven't left a review, it would be awesome if you could. It is the season of giving. And
It's the season.
There's nothing more we'd love than for you to give us a 5-star review if you haven't already. So please consider that. Speaking of reviews, we got one. Super
Love
nice
it.
one. This is Christmas come early because this is a review. This comes from Erica9651, who gives us 5 stars, titled My New Favorite 90-Day Podcast.
Love it
Okay.
already.
I told you, Christmas came early with this one. She writes, I listened to a few 90-Day podcasts, Reality Gaze, 90 Day Cray Cray, and Pink Shade, and just found this podcast a few weeks ago. This is now my favorite 90-Day podcast.
What?
Subscribe, you won't regret it. I'm telling you. I mean, we're in some good company with those names. Those are great podcasts. And thank you, Erica, for making us your favorite.
What a review.
What a review.
Thank you, Erica.
What a review.
Sometimes reviews make me all emotional
Uh-oh.
because I still can't believe that people enjoy it. But thank you so much.
Yeah, sometimes the reviews come in and you go, really? I'm not related to any Ericas, so I don't know who would write this. But thank you. That's
I have to say,
super nice.
your reviews, guys, drive us. They
That's right.
really do. They really help us, especially me. I really feel more comfortable. I get out of my shell. I share more. So thank you, Erica. What a great review.
Yeah.
Great Christmas gift.
We love watching the show, obviously. We love talking
Yeah.
about the show, obviously. But schedules are tight. We got a lot going on. And sometimes you go, we got to sit down. We got to watch the show for 2 hours. We watch it twice most times. And it's a lot of work. And then you get a review like this from Erica who says, this is my new favorite. And I'm like, we can't let Erica down.
100%.
We got to sit down, watch the show, take these notes because Erica is waiting.
Erica and all of you guys
And
who
Olaf.
support us.
And Olaf is waiting as well. So we don't want to let Erica or Olaf down. So we got to do what we got to do.
Beautiful. Beautifully said.
All right. Before we get into the episode, should we do a little 90 Day by the way?
Oh, yeah.
All right. By the way, number 1. Paul and Karini, they're making headlines once again.
I think I've seen something. Oh, yeah. I've seen it.
You've seen it because this time we have at least partial video evidence. We've heard a lot of back and forth, and Paul went live and did that crazy live like a year ago. And we've heard a lot of things, but now we've seen some things. And what surfaced is this 10-second clip, and it shows Karini and Paul at home. And Karini's standing up, yelling at Paul while he's sitting on the couch, putting his shoes on. So to me, it looks like he's getting ready to leave. Okay. When all of a sudden, Karini lunges forward, grabs his hair on his head, and then takes both of her hands and grabs his neck and throws him back onto the couch.
Wild.
Okay. Definitely an intense video. Trigger warning if you choose to watch it because it's super disturbing. And that description, what I just described, while it is disturbing, when I start to think about it, it gets more disturbing because, for one, Pierre, their son, is sitting there the whole time watching
right.
this thing. Okay, that's tragic. I don't know how anyone from CPS will be able to see this and continue to let the children live there. So that's super sad, especially around the holiday times, right? This thing surfaces. I think someone's going to intervene.
Are they in the U.S.?
Yeah, I believe so.
Because
I'm pretty sure.
I thought they were in Brazil, but
I
did
don't
they
know.
come back?
It's a good question. I've heard they've come back. I don't know if they then returned since then, but at one point they were here. So baby Pierre is there. That's sad. And then the second thing that popped into my mind was, well, wait a minute. This is a 10-second video. And then it cuts off as soon as Karini grabs Paul by the neck. What happens afterwards?
That's a good point.
What happened before and what happens afterwards? We're getting this little slice that I'm sure Paul edited, plucked, cut down to this 10 seconds that puts him in the best light and put it out there.
So you think, well, I was just going to ask, how do you think the video got out there? But it makes sense.
It had to have been
Yeah,
him.
if Paul did it,
It's either Karini or it's Paul, right?
I don't think it's Karini because she looks like an asshole in the video.
I don't think she would put that out there. It seems like it's a nanny cam or a Nest cam or some home security cam. I'm sure Paul sets that up. I'm sure he has it all wired, all crazy, right? I'm sure whatever happened. He said, well, this is good for me. Let me put it out there. And I'm assuming he released it. It's super sad. It is not a good situation for anyone. I'm always against divorce, I think, when children are involved. But for these two, I think they need to get divorced. This is an ongoing cycle.
Oh, yeah.
This is not getting any better. It seems like it's getting worse.
Wait, how many kids do they have? I thought they had like
2.
a third kid on the way.
That's possible. I don't know. I can't keep up. But at least 2.
I mean, what happened with the 2 condoms, Paul? You better use it.
And who gets the kids in these situations? Because Karini doesn't look like a fit mother. Paul, give me a break. I don't think he can provide. So maybe Mother Mary. I don't know. It's a sad situation all around, but it's big headlines in the 90-day world right now.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I saw the video. I couldn't believe it. That's literally very abusive video. But as you said, you made a good point. Who knows what happened before or after?
Yeah, we only see this 10 seconds.
I don't see Paul being aggressive necessarily.
The dude lit his house on fire.
Oh, that's a good point.
Right? He's crazy too.
Oh, he's totally crazy.
So
I'm not saying he's not super crazy. I just don't think he would hit her or anything.
Oh, we don't know. We hope
We don't
not.
know. No. I hope not. We don't know. But I almost feel like he's the person who just take off.
Well, then let the video roll, because he could have cleared his name right then and there if she had him by the neck and he kind of gently pushes her off her, removes her hands and leaves. He cuts the video off. That's a little suspicious.
That's a good point. That's
It's a
a
little
good
suspicious.
point.
So
Who knows?
let's see. Sad story all around, but it is what it is, and we have to bring it to you. All right. By the way, number 2. Okay.
Is it a little happier?
A little happier for some.
Okay.
A little sickening for others. Okay. If you haven't completed your Christmas shopping just yet, well, I've got the perfect gift for you. The Jesse and Jennifer 2022 calendar.
What?
For the low price of $40,
Oh, come on.
you can get, and I quote, the exclusive 2022 calendar by Jennifer and Jesse with personal pictures taken around the world showcasing the variety of our love. And the cover, just so I can paint this picture very clear, the cover is the 2 of them butt naked, just embracing each other. So I can only imagine if that's the cover, I can only imagine what's inside.
Okay. I have a lot of issues with this.
Here we
Are you
go.
ready?
Oh, I'm so ready for this.
Okay. Issue number 1. Why are you showing your love if you're on the single life? We're waiting to see if you're still together.
I don't have
I'm
an issue.
watching you. I'm watching you. I want to know if you're going to make it or if Kakol is going to find his way back into Jennifer's life.
Maybe Kakwa's Mr. March. Maybe you turn to March and boom, threesome. There he is. But I get what you're saying, but here's my feelings about the thing. Play along. If you're going to play along on social media and post things, play along in real time. So right now on the show, they're together.
True.
So they're putting a calendar out.
That's
If
a good
they
point.
broke up on the show and they put out this calendar, you'd go, come on, spoiler alert.
Okay, I'll take it back. That's a
Take it
good point.
back. Take it back.
My second issue, and this is a big one, with the calendar is that I love calendars. I just bought you a calendar.
No
right?
nudity, folks.
No, it's the New Yorker cartoon calendar.
Love a good caption.
If a calendar is over $15, there should be a reason for it. You should donate money somewhere.
No,
You
they're
should
naked. They're naked inside. I think. I'm assuming.
still.
Somewhat
That's
naked.
not worth $40. Like, do you keep 20 and put 20 towards starving children somewhere, right?
Oh, completely.
Like, if a calendar is $40, you should be donating. I used to buy calendars from all these animal organizations because they donated money to the animals. And those calendars were like $20 or 25 maybe. But I knew that part of the money will go to the animals.
I think you make a good point. I mean, $40, what's that?
Yeah.
I'm not good at math at all, but over $3 a month. It seems
Exactly.
like. Something like that.
And the New Yorker calendar I got you probably is not donating any money, but it wasn't $40.
No.
So this is my point. That's
That's
a
a
lot
good
of
point.
money with no cost.
That's a good point. Well, it appears they opened like a sort of online store because they have the calendar, but then they have other things you'd find at your local museum gift shop, like a bracelet and a necklace that they personally hand created and assembled by themselves. So it's 3 items if you're looking to shop.
Okay.
Looking to shop. So show your family and friends how much you love them this holiday season with a piece of jewelry and a nude calendar from Jesse and Jennifer.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Let me plug the URL because not that you want to, but you can check it out, jandjcollection.com.
I like the name, but it's
Well,
almost like
Jesse and
Johnson's
Jennifer.
and Johnson's.
Right. Jesse and
Like, what do you get? You get a bracelet and the vaccine?
well, that I would support more, I think. At least there's some value. But we plugged their website. Let us plug ours, marriedtorealitypodcast.com. And then you'll find the store for our merch.
Yeah, guys.
None of which is $40. Okay, let's be very
Yeah.
clear. All right, it's like half that. Okay.
And honestly, we're not getting rich off of it, but we love to share the love with you guys.
We love love. We love love.
We love love. We love love.
Okay. All right. That is it. That's the housekeeping. That's the by the way.
Interesting. I was expecting a different by the way from you.
I had another one that I was going to go for.
The sad one.
Ooh, define sad.
The 90-day star passing
Oh,
away.
that's sad. That's yeah. When I bring a by the way, I like to bring more than just the headline. I like to have a little substance to it, a little story, a little something we can talk about. And so that would just be 90-day star passes, which is very sad.
From
Of
COVID-19.
COVID. Yeah, but I think most people know that. So I went.
Yeah, it was all over Instagram, so I believe people know it.
I went in this direction, and
Listen, I like it. It's the Christmas week. Let's be a
Yeah.
little more positive.
Yeah.
Plus, Corinne and Paul, that wasn't very positive. It was interesting
yeah. That had to be told, but
for sure.
yes. So Jason, 90 Day, rest in peace. But that is yes, your by the way, your contribution to by the way. Thank you.
My little contribution.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you. Okay, let's get to the reason we're here. Probably the reason Erica tunes in every week, which is the coverage of the show. Sunday night, 90 Day Fiance, before the 90 days.
Woo!
Episode 2. Okay.
Season 5, episode 2.
We meet one new couple, still 2 more couples to meet.
That's good. I'm excited. 2 new couples.
I like it. I want them to be introduced next week. I feel like if you go 4 weeks, 5 weeks, and you still haven't met a couple, we're friend zoning now. We're in the friend zone. You gotta go lip to lip, mouth to mouth by the 2nd date, if not the 3rd date. Otherwise, we're friend zoning. So I don't want to be friend zoned with these other couples. Let's get it on. But we're gonna wait at least a week for that. Right now, let's talk about who we saw this Sunday, which started with Gino and Jasmine, an early favorite of mine.
And I just could not take it. I love it so much. I can't take it. Let's just talk
It's
about
a love-hate. It's definitely a love-hate. Gino's on his way to see Jasmine. It's the very first time they're going to meet. So he's heading to Panama. And I liked on his travels, on his journey, Jasmine kept sending Gino sexy photos of herself, like every leg of the way, sort of like a carrot in front of a horse, just to keep him going, just to make sure he's not going to turn around during a layover. It's like, here's one more sexy photo of me.
Jasmine is a very interesting person, not in a good way, but
Do you want
in a good way for us to watch.
Do you want to substantiate that assessment, or do you just want to leave it at that?
She is crazy.
A little bit. It's too soon to judge. She's. I take that back. She's definitely got some issues.
Crazy.
She's definitely got some issues. But okay.
But don't get me wrong. I love crazy.
Yeah.
I love crazy people on this show. So me saying she's crazy is like, yes, please.
But it's
be
just
crazy.
Just so we're clear on the same page here. It's just her confidence issues, or it's her needing to control Gino. That's the crazy, right?
So let's talk about it, because her confidence issues are very interesting. I wish I took more psychology classes, because I did started studying psychology.
Okay.
And then I quit and I became a designer.
Hello.
Long story short, I didn't take enough classes to really be able to go deep on this.
Sure.
But let's talk about this. We see Jasmine 24 hours before Gino lands, right?
Mm-hmm.
We get the Jasmine look who she is, Jasmine introduction.
Oh, yeah.
That's the word I was looking for.
Sexing it up by the pool.
So, first of all, her voice, and most importantly, her laugh.
Woo!
Her and Gino's laugh. Just picture the kids. No. Just hear the kids.
It's a chorus of crazy. When they laugh at the same time, it is maniacal.
When she started laughing, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Wait, there's two of them. You couldn't even imagine. You couldn't even imagine that. Oh, wait, there's more. But there was.
So, and this is where it starts, where I have all my questions, right? She, as you said before, she probably isn't very confident because she's with Gino, right?
Mm-hmm.
She wants to control him. She wants to know what he does all the time. She does all these crazy things to herself, like all the bros and the new hair and the new boobs.
I don't think that's crazy. She's not even anywhere near Darcy level or Tom's girlfriend's level.
Well, true. Wait for it.
Jasmine still looks good. Let's put that out there.
Yes, but what I'm saying is that she's with Gino. Meanwhile, she's trying to improve herself rapidly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? But she is still with Gino, very concerned about what he's doing. Who is he with?
But that's why she's trying to improve herself.
So, yes. But then we meet her, and the first thing that she says is, I intimidate most guys because I'm hot, I'm beautiful, and I'm intelligent.
Let me just say.
Okay.
I am very appreciative of the fact that she differentiates between hot and beautiful, because those are two completely different things.
Are they?
Hot and beautiful are so different, and she's both, according to her. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to go in and dissect and say what she is.
So what am I?
You're both. You can be both. You can be both. Beautiful, to me, is more classic, more traditional. Okay, and I think beauty can relate to other things. You could be beautiful on the inside. You could have a beautiful personality. Hot is just hot. It's just pure sex, steam, right?
It's just the shell.
It's right. No one has a hot personality. Great. So she differentiates the two because she's an American lit teacher and she's probably got a strong vocabulary.
American lit teacher for now.
OnlyFans top creator later.
Is she?
Oh, she will be for sure.
No comment on
she's
this.
She's on it right now, but
well, she's not a top creator, is she?
I think very soon. I'm sure very soon. Stepanka's a top creator.
Well, she's been doing it for a while.
That's very true. We'll see. Do you think, here's the question, do you think Gino subscribes?
I mean, I would hope he gets it for free.
I hope so.
But if there's not together anymore, I'm sure he subscribes.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Okay. So we learn a little bit more about Jasmine. More than just a hot body. She loves reading. That's why she's an American lit teacher. She's also a mother of two. Okay. One of her kids lives with her father, and her other child used to live with her, but he has a condition that made it difficult for him to live in the city during COVID. So he went to grandma's to live in the countryside.
Why isn't she with the kid?
In the countryside?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why does she have to live in the city and get new fake boobs and new hair and all that, but have her mom raising her kid that probably needs her if he has any or she any issues?
Well, I'm wondering what the issues are, because
I think she said the kid is autistic.
Is that what it is? And so
I'm pretty sure she said it.
They probably would struggle being
100%.
Yeah.
But why isn't she with the kid? That's my question.
Well,
She's the mom.
I don't think you can just find a new job at the drop of a hat. She's probably got a decent job as a teacher and works in a school district.
She's on OnlyFans. Fuck the teaching job. Just be with your kid and sell photos of your boobs.
Well, maybe, yeah.
Honestly?
I don't know. Listen, these people are nuts. And to try to make sense of their craziness is nuts of us.
Listen, if I wasn't judging her before, I'm judging her for not being with her kid.
Yeah, sure. But who's to say that she's not better off by being with grandma?
That's a good point.
Okay. Maybe she knows what's best for her child.
I mean, it seems to be...
Look at, her judgment is somewhat poor to be with a guy like Gino.
Oh, 100%.
So that's like saying, well, if Pierre ever goes and lives with Mother Mary or someone, why isn't Pierre with Paul? Well, look at Paul. Do you really want Pierre with Paul? Maybe we don't want Jasmine's children with Jasmine.
That's a good point, but why is she trying to reproduce with Gino? At least
she's
Gino
not.
thinks.
She's not. Come on. Come on.
I mean, eventually, I'm sure. Who knows?
We don't know, but we know she's on birth control.
I wonder if Gino knows that she has kids. Because he wasn't shopping for toys.
That's a good question.
He was just shopping for the blue pills and the loops and
That's a very good question.
and all kinds of things.
If he knew she had 2 kids, maybe he'd be like, whoa, well, I will become their stepfather and I won't need to have kids of our own. It's a very good question. I'm sure we'll find out. So Jasmine says she was sick of dating dumbasses. That's when she met Gino, the engineer with a good head on his shoulders and a hat constantly on that head.
Does she know that he's unemployed for the past 7 months?
Another good question. And it's a really good question because what we learn is Jasmine has a roommate. So because they want some privacy, Gino rented a suite for them. But yeah, Gino's unemployed. So not a great financial move for a guy who doesn't have a job to go
100%.
rent a suite for multiple weeks in Panama.
And listen, I understand the COVID stuff. For many people lost their jobs. I totally, fully understand, right?
Yeah.
But as an engineer, I would believe that he could find a job. But if not, you can find something else.
Sure. You
Right?
can find some, but we don't know his financial situation. He survives on frozen TV dinners, so I don't think he's really spending that much money outside of Jasmine.
Well, he said he had decent savings
Right.
that he's spending on Jasmine.
It's blowing right through those savings. But that's,
Well-
that's not the best move either. They all have poor judgment here. This is 90 Day Fiance. They all have poor
I
judgment.
know.
He should save some money and they should stay with the roommate for a week or 2. And if things are going great or whatnot, then maybe get your own place. But yeah,
He's playing the rich American. Like, I'm here for you, baby. Meanwhile, he eats frozen food and he's unemployed for the past 7 months.
that's a good point. Yeah, you got to play the rich American to get these women.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen
oh,
this.
Yeah.
We've seen this story play out before.
But then some of the ladies come to the U.S. and they realize that that's not the house that we saw on Beverly Hills.
It's a rude awakening. Yeah. So while Jasmine is checking out this suite, she gets a voice message from Gino, and I don't get it. It's a high pitched voice. He's just doing, "Who's my little baby? Who's my little baby?
They call it the baby talk.
Who's my pretty bonita?" Is it baby talk? Because
Yeah, they call
he
it-
always talks like that.
No, they said, oh, we do this baby talk. Who's my little baby?
Who hears that and then goes, "I hope Gino is very sexual." Like that turns her on. That's crazy to me. That is very disgusting. But he is very sexual, Jasmine. He's got pills for that. Buckle up. Get ready. Because
Apparently,
he's coming.
he's the love of her life.
Yeah. They don't know each other, but they're each other's loves.
But Jasmine also says, he's too skinny. I'm not used to delicate men. I don't want to break him. He has no sense of fashion. He always wears the stupid hat. He eats shit. But he's the love of my life.
Right. I love his money. And
His non-existing money.
I love the way I can control him. And I'll try to fix the rest.
Oh, that's the definition of crazy, if anything else.
Yeah. So she's revved up. She's ready. She can't wait for him to touch down because she wants to get busy. She goes, "I'm scared of killing him from a heart attack or something."
I think his pills will kill him, probably.
I think those gas station Viagra will be the cause of a heart attack, if anything. So there's a knock at the suite door. It's Jasmine's best friend, Griselle, I think is how you pronounce it.
Yeah, I think it's Griselle.
She's coming to help decorate the room. And not that it needed much decoration. I think they laid out a G and a J in some rose petals or something. But they start talking, and Griselle is a little suspicious of Gino and thinks maybe he's lying about something.
Well, it's because we learned that at the beginning, Gino was saying he's 44. Meanwhile, he's going on 51, 52, 52.
Yeah, 52.
Okay, Summit.
Right, Mike Jones over here. But it's a lie, and don't lie about your age. But the fact that Griselle even thinks, "Oh, something going on with Gino," it makes it seem like Gino is out of Jasmine's league. Like Grizel thinks, oh, this is too good to be true. He must be lying about something. It's like, so what is wrong with Jasmine, Grizel? Like, you must know something. You must know how crazy she is that you think Gino is out of her league and he's too good to be true.
Well, Grizel said it because Jasmine was basically saying, well, I didn't trust him, but I do trust him now because I have a control. He always have to report. He has to provide evidence. And Grizel said, well, that's creepy.
Yeah. She can't believe it.
So even Giselle knows that this is crazy what she's doing to him.
Well, it's because all men are cheaters, right? You can't trust them, and she's not going to let it happen to her again.
And apparently Jasmine also shares that that's even crazier, that Gina cannot be nice to other women when she's around. So what does it mean? You go to a restaurant and the waitress asks you, oh, hello, sir. Would you like to order something? And what do you say? Like, oh, get the fuck out of here, bitch.
No.
I don't need you.
You look at the menu and Jasmine will be doing the ordering.
Ooh.
Believe you me, Jasmine will be doing the ordering. I'm telling you, this is why she's dating a Salisbury steak eating, high-pitched laughing, blue pill overdosing, no chill, because she thinks a guy like that would never do anything to lose her.
You know what's the saddest thing about this whole thing?
What?
That Gina obviously is not a handsome man, right? He's a very simple dude. He is frozen food, no sense of fashion. He's bald, always wear the stupid hat, as Jasmine said, right?
Yeah.
But she controls him thinking, okay, I can control this guy, but he's rich. He can take care of me, but I'll control him because he will never get someone as hot as me.
Right.
But I think she thinks that Gino is a big catch.
Nah, I don't know.
Why would you be with someone that you clearly have issues with? That, oh, he's not this, he's not that. Thinking, I literally think that she thinks, oh, he is an engineer, he has money, he's an American, he's not as hot as me, so I can control him.
Well, that's what it is. That's what it is. For sure, she thinks there must be money there. But there's a reason she's not dating Brad Pitt because, let's be honest here, she's not attracted to him. She said she's not attracted to him, at least not to the way he dresses or to his diet or lifestyle.
His hat?
Right. So she's not attracted to him. She could find someone she's attracted to. She's an attractive woman. Whether you think she's hot, beautiful, decent looking, she could find someone that she's attracted to. She doesn't, because then she'd be real scared about that guy cheating on her.
I think you and I have a very different sense of who's hot or attractive. There were very attractive and beautiful ladies on the show. Jasmine is not one of them.
Okay. But you can't say she's ugly. She's not
ugly.
She's definitely above average looking.
Straight up honesty?
Yeah.
She looks like a hooker, like a cheap hooker.
Oh, I don't think so. I think there are many more women on the show that would look like they hook.
She
Larissa.
is definitely...
Larissa.
No, Larissa looks better than Jasmine.
What?
Even
agree
with
to
all the
disagree.
surgeries,
I agree to
she
disagree.
still looks better than Jasmine.
Okay. I need to see more. I need to subscribe to the OnlyFans. I need to see more because I'm not seeing what you're
And this
seeing.
is just not me just judging the way she looks. It's her act and how she looks. And whatever she was wearing to the airport, she looks like a hooker.
Okay. Well, write in to Teresa at Married to Reality podcast because I think people are going to take issue with that.
Oh, that's my opinion.
Okay. But, all right. That's fair. That's fair.
Listen, I'm saying there are so many beautiful and hot girls. Yara's hot and beautiful.
Okay.
What's her name? Juliana's hot and beautiful.
Okay. Sure.
The one that's with the Mormon guy from Brazil. Very young. They have 2 kids now.
I'm not saying you can't admit when a woman is good looking.
Oh,
I'm saying
can.
I don't think that Jasmine necessarily looks like a lady of the night in comparison to some other people.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not saying...
She may look fake, but I'm not going to just equate fake with prostitute.
I didn't say a prostitute.
What's a hooker then?
I guess.
Okay. All right. Folks English is our second language. Let's move on. We cut to Gino arriving in Panama. And finally, he's singing Panama because I was waiting for someone to sing Van Halen's Panama.
You all singing it?
Oh, yeah. Every time someone, whether it's Jasmine or Gino, says Panama, I sing it in my head. So I was glad someone else sung it. It scratched my itch, and now I'm done. I don't need to sing it to myself anymore. So he gets to Panama. He does the Darcy Dash, speaking of Darcy, except he doesn't change in the bathroom like Darcy does. Where does he choose to change?
It's a janitor's closet.
It is, right?
And it's crazy. First, it looks like he walks into the bathroom.
Yeah.
Maybe he did, but...
The stalls were all full, so he went to the janitor's closet.
Yes. Classic Gino.
Because he walks out of a door that has like a cart and a broom or something on it.
Yeah. Oh, there was an icon for the janitor
Yeah.
stuff.
So he gets into his formal wear. Then we see Jasmine walking through the airport. She's dressed to the 69s, or as Teresa would say, she's dressed to go to work.
Yes. Listen, those extremely high heels, very short skirt, and a very cheap looking snake print t-shirt.
All right.
Or a tank top. That's not really helping her image.
Is this Outfits the segment?
It's outfits the segment, yeah.
Okay.
Listen, maybe if she was wearing jeans and a t-shirt, nice looking, you can still put heels with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I wouldn't say she looked like a hooker.
All right.
But this is the
too
reason.
late.
Listen, this is the reason why I said she did.
Because of her outfit.
Appearance.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
hey,
right.
hey, I judge what I see.
So if you were wearing...
I wouldn't, but sure.
Oh, you've tried to wear some short leather skirts and some
but
form-fitting
it has
tops
to be
and some
tasty.
high heels.
It has to be tasty.
Okay. All
You
right.
have to have it. It's the thing. It looks cheap.
All right. Hey.
She just didn't put the outfit together
Okay.
right.
All right.
Listen, yes, I could go crazy and wear crazy stuff and look like a hooker 100%.
All
I
right.
just don't have
Let's
the boobs.
try that sometime.
Listen, I just don't have the boobs for it.
Okay.
But I can do it for you.
Gino can help you with the top surgery if you need. He apparently helped Jasmine out.
Yeah, I don't think Gino can help with anything unless
I think he's
just
broke now.
He's just gonna go.
You can shove a couple blue pills into your bra and maybe that'll.
Yeah, he's gonna starve himself so Jasmine can get her boobs growing.
Yeah. He will be a hungry man very soon.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's waiting at arrivals, very excited for him to come out. She's shaking, she's nervous. And these are always my favorite moments in the show is when you get to see the interaction for the first time. And all of a sudden, he comes around the corner. And it's not really what I expected. It's a little more subdued. And you almost can't believe it. He's like, whoa, look at you. Jasmine?
He's like, Jasmine, is that you? Oh my God. Oh my God.
It was a pretty weak greeting. There was no running. There was no dropped bags. Just a lot of high-pitched squealing.
I mean, his jeans are 2 sizes too big, so he probably cannot run. It's going to drop.
That's true, unless he's holding it up with those.
I mean, all
blue
the
pills.
food he could possibly eat are in Jasmine's chest.
Oh.
So.
Yeah. So Jasmine hits Gino with an I love you right away. Very forward, very quick to
hug.
say it. Hug it out.
They smell each other.
And I think Gino may have popped one of those blue pills on the plane because he can't stop talking about how hot she is. They start making out. He's sucking on her neck.
That's how his jeans stay on.
That's how his jeans stay on.
I told you about the chick
We
grandpas.
heard about the...
You pop a Viagra to keep your sweatpants on.
You know what's cheaper than Viagra?
What?
A belt.
Have you ever seen those little thingies for a belt on sweatpants?
No, they have drawstrings. You don't...
That's not enough.
The joke doesn't work as well when you think about it. Okay, so they jump into a cab, and I'm sure Gino's still smelling like Salisbury steak and Hungry Man's, but Jasmine doesn't care. Those are the pheromones she likes. She's like, I'm going to break you tonight, baby.
Well, Jasmine said, oh, Gino looks so handsome in person.
Yeah.
She said it.
Yeah, I know. Was he there, or was it just for the camera?
I think it was for the camera.
Okay, well, then it's a little more believable.
I guess.
Because a lot of times you break away, it's that one-on-one to the camera. It's like, well, he's a little bigger than I thought he was going to be, and that's your moment of honesty. But if
I mean, listen, some people look better in person than on camera, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that they've been FaceTiming all the time, so she knows what he looks like, and now she sees him in person,
yeah,
she's like, oh, he looks better in
All right.
person.
Well, that's good.
I mean, that's good.
That's positive.
Good.
That's positive. So they're in the cab. They're definitely affectionate. We've seen way worse cab rides from airports on 90 Day before. We've seen awkward silence. We've seen zero touching. And there was definitely, you could see some love there.
And they both laughed at the same time. And my ears are still ringing.
Yeah, you don't need that laughing surround sound.
I just picture the kids.
No.
I can't.
No.
I can't.
No one will be laughing then.
The kid's probably gonna be born bald with big boobs
Mm-hmm.
and just like laughing like a crazy person.
Yeah, you know, breast implants don't affect your genes. You can't pass down.
Just let me
You
have
can't
it.
pass down breast implants.
Just let me have it. Just let me have
Okay,
it.
you can have it. So they get to the hotel. They check into their room. Gino's like, "Holy Toledo!" And shout out to Ohio. And they jump into bed. They're both giggling. Jasmine's like, "That hat, you want to take it off?" Nope, not taking that hat off. He's not ready for that. But according to Jasmine, tonight, everything's coming off.
Listen, there are men who are bold and have a sex appeal.
Mm-hmm.
They probably wear fitted jeans.
Yup. I'm
But
telling
listen,
you.
some people can rock it. He just needs a little help. Like do Stitch Fix or whatever it's called. Like
I don't know
someone
what
needs
that
to help
is.
him dress up,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
Stitch Fix is the online and you put all your measurements and they select outfits for you.
I'm sure the salesperson at TJ Maxx could do a better job than whatever he's doing.
It's probably true. But you can make bold look good. What's the guy from Shark Tank?
Don't say Mr. Wonderful.
No.
Oh, Damon?
Yeah.
Yeah. he
Damon looks good.
Look, there's a ton of guys who are bald that
Yeah,
look
I
good.
just thought of Damon because we just watched
watched
Shark Tank. But
I think unless he's hiding something under that hat, what if he's got like a lot of moles or a burn or something? Maybe he's hiding. We don't know.
or maybe he has a bump
Mm-hmm.
with his sibling in it that wasn't developed.
That's not a real thing.
Oh, okay.
You always say that. I don't think that happens. Okay, here's what happens. And this is where it gets awkward for everyone. Gino whips out his first gift, and it's the Big Pred special. It's an electric toothbrush.
Listen, those are awesome and they're not that cheap if you get a good one.
But here's the thing. Jasmine's upset by it because it wasn't wrapped. To me, it's better, though, because that's not a gift that you wrap.
You know what he should have done? And Jasmine kind of said it. She said, oh, I kind of wanted something I could remember him by. Let's say he bought her a necklace or a ring. Nothing too expensive, just something nice.
Yeah.
Right? Give that to her as the gift and then be like, hey, babe, I got you a toothbrush. I have it too. It's awesome.
That's how you do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one for me.
Yeah.
Thought I'd get one for you.
Yeah, so don't give it to her as the gift. Just give
Right.
it to her as, hey, I got one for me, so I thought of you. Here you go.
Speaking of a gift,
You're welcome, Gino. I hope you're listening.
speaking of a gift that she would remember him by, the next gift could be just that, a pregnancy test, because if he gave her a baby, she would definitely never
He's
forget
like,
him.
well, let's work on it, and at the end of the trip, you just take these.
But here's my question. Correct me if I'm wrong. A pregnancy test is not a gift. It's never been a gift. It never will be a gift.
No.
It's something you could go to the store together and buy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to travel with that. Panama has drugstores.
I'm sure about that, yeah.
I'm pretty sure they have Walmart. So,
Do they?
yeah.
Mm.
So that was 2 strikes. Gino's got one more strike and then he's out of there.
I don't think he gave it to her as a gift. It was more of like, oh, you know, when we talked about kids, let's just bang through this whole trip and at the end just take all these tests.
I guess. We'll see.
Anyways,
Too soon.
creepy regardless.
Very creepy. Very creepy. And then they go and they lay down and Gino's phone goes off. And this is where we see a little bit more of that crazy. Because Jasmine's like, what's your password? Give me your password so I can see what's going on over there. And Gino, very smart, he just goes, my face. And it's pretty genius because you can tell this is not his first rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
He knew to say when someone asked, what's your password? You can just say my face and then she can't unlock it if he's not there.
But she said, "Oh, can I do it when you're asleep?" And he's like, "Yes."
Does it work in the dark?
I don't know, but she can probably turn the lamp on. I don't know.
Then he wakes up. I think it was a smooth move. A suspicious move because it seems like he's done this before.
I mean, she's definitely gonna do it because she's crazy.
She's definitely gonna do it.
But hey, like we have those iPhones too. You also have a passcode.
Well, we know. Well, that's for sure. We know he sends photos of her to his ex. And
eventually, that was in the previews.
Eventually. And we are not sure, I don't think, how she found out. Did she go through his phone or did he just come clean and tell her?
I'm pretty sure she went through his phone.
Pretty sure she went through his phone.
But listen, that's in the future.
In the
that
future,
was in the previews, so we don't know. But yeah, that's creepy. I mean, on one hand, it's creepy. On the other hand, he should have nothing to hide. If he had anything in his phone, he should have wiped it off because he knows that she's crazy.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think there is anything on his phone.
I don't think so either, but
he's smart enough to get rid of the evidence.
I would hope so.
This is not like they just met in person for the first time and that's when he realized she was psycho.
But that's the thing. You can grab my phone. I think you know my passcode. I do not remember your passcode, even though you told me.
Yeah.
But I don't mind if you don't do it, but if you do, I don't mind it because there is nothing on it. So that's the level of trust. I have nothing to hide, right?
Yeah.
You have nothing to hide. I just don't remember it.
Because you don't need to.
I don't even remember your phone number.
Well, I don't even know your phone number. Never learned it.
I know. Me
but
neither.
here's what I'll say. You don't think Jasmine's beautiful. It's fine. It's your opinion.
I think she's hot.
Oh,
but
good.
I don't think she's beautiful. But I think she's hot in like a hooker kind of way.
Okay, well,
she's not hot. She's not hot and beautiful like Yara or Juliana. That's my point.
Okay. Well, I don't think Gino is hot or beautiful.
Oh, he's the opposite of all that.
And so I don't really think he's got a ton of women messaging him. I mean, maybe now that the show starts, sure. But when they were filming this, I don't think there's much on his phone for her to find.
No, but I think he might be looking at ladies.
Well,
he might be
maybe his ex.
catfishing. Who knows?
I guess maybe his ex.
Or his ex, yeah.
We'll see. A lot to come, I think. A lot to come.
Oh, for sure. But all I'm going to say is that I was surprised that Jasmine was so into him.
Yeah, we know the real reason.
But also a little judgment on Gino's side. He just traveled on 2 planes, right? He got to the place, hotel, apartment, whatever.
Holiday Inn, say what?
And he just lay on the bed with his shoes on. That's just gross, dude.
Gross.
That's just gross. Just at least shower or take your clothes off or something. Or if anything, take your shoes off.
Yeah, and your hat. Show us your head.
Yeah, show us what you're hiding.
Show us your head, Gino.
Show us like the bump. I think
Gino,
it's a bump.
Show us your head. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about another early favorite here.
Oh yeah,
Caleb and Alina. It's a couple days away from Caleb heading to Turkey to meet Alina. So he's going to his parents' house, Craig and Sheila. He's got to break the news to them.
I thought they came over to his house.
I thought he went to Craig and Sheila's.
Okay.
But you're usually right. I'm usually wrong. Either way, they got together.
They got together, yeah.
Is it me or does Caleb's dad look like Santa's brother?
He does.
Right.
Or he looks like an artist.
Oh.
Very artistic look.
Oh. Okay.
Or Santa.
Well, Santa's an artist.
Or he looks like, you told me that in America you have the main Santa and all these other mall Santas who work for him.
Yeah.
He could be a mall Santa.
I'm sure he is a mall Santa.
Or he could be an artist too.
He's wasting that look if he's not a mall Santa.
That's a good point. Or like a holiday party Santa, like a Santa for hire.
Yeah. So we learn Caleb grew up in a religious home, which is what you'd expect when your dad is Santa. And in that home, you stay a virgin until you're married. So the news he's going to break, it's going to be a lot for his parents to handle.
We all know he's been banging his way around the world.
He told us that.
Yeah.
He was bragging about that episode 1.
So banging in Thailand, banging in New Zealand.
Yep.
Banging all over the place.
So they sit down at the dinner table. And Caleb says, he came by to grab a suitcase. So he came by.
You're right. I thought he said,
one for me.
I need a suitcase. You're right. You're right.
He went to get a suitcase. And his dad was like, well, I usually use a sack to carry my stuff. But I think we have a suitcase somewhere around here.
I mean, he cannot lend him his sack Christmas is coming. Unless it wasn't Christmas
I
time.
wish I didn't say sack. Now you're saying sack.
It is a sack.
I know, but you're
What
like,
else would you call it?
you're like, Caleb's dad can't lend him his sack.
You could call it
It's
what's the material? So you have a
Felt
potatoes
cloth?
in it,
there's a potato sack, I think.
but like it's like a fabric made.
Yes, burlap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Burlap. Okay. So he came by to grab the suitcase. His mom's like, where are you going? He says, Turkey. And then his dad says, I didn't know Turkey was on your list of places to visit.
I mean, I don't think Santa goes to Turkey. I think they have their own thing.
They must have their own. He's never
so
been.
Santa's like, Turkey, really?
Really? What's going on over there? Should I tell Rudolph we should take a detour and hit Turkey? What's going on? Istanbul? What's happening
Don't
over there?
forget to tell Olaf that me and reindeer.
So Caleb says, well, I'm going to meet a friend. And Mother Sheila's like, well, all right, tell me more about this friend. You're smiling a little, Caleb. You're up to something sneaky. And so Caleb breaks the news, tells him about Alina, says she's a friend. She's very artistic. To your point, maybe he thought that would win some points with dad because maybe he's an artist because he said she's very artistic. She's a little person and her pussy has Wi-Fi. So that's why I'm
And then
going.
he added that it's a form of dwarfism just to
Yes.
make it clearer.
Yeah. Well, Mother Sheila asked, like, oh, little person, meaning like, and she didn't want to say it.
I almost
She
feel
didn't
like-
want to say the
I
N
almost
word.
feel like mom didn't fully understand because she asked, how tall is she?
Right.
I almost feel like maybe she thought he's saying, oh, she's a little person that, she's not tall enough. She's like 4'5" or 5.
Speaking of stature, I saw on his Instagram, he just posted a couple days ago, he's into bodybuilding. And
Yeah, I saw that too.
he came in like 4th place in a recent bodybuilding competition.
Really?
Yeah. So he seems to be a very physical
Mm-hmm.
person. So not that he and Alina can't work, but their lifestyles may be a
Yeah.
little different, which
Oh,
could be a challenge.
I have to say something. I stalked Alina's Instagram and she's living her best life. Like she travels, she does all these music performances, and I saw she did fashion show in Dubai, and
Yeah.
she's definitely living her best life. But you're right, when it comes to lifestyles, it's important when you combine it. And as an example, right? I don't like sports. I don't watch sports. I do watch hockey for fun. It's the Czech national sport, but I'm not a sports person. I'm not gonna watch the football with you, right?
Sure.
And I did date guys in the past. They loved football, Sunday football, never worked. I never even went on a second date, right? Because it wasn't my thing. Then I met you love hockey, and then you love hiking, and then you brought some things into my life, right? I brought some stuff into your life.
Sure.
But we combine it, and it's our lifestyle, right? If you are very different, that you don't, like one person likes to do ABC and the other person likes to do FGW,
Oh boy. Shout out to George Washington.
and they are
Fucking George
either not
Washington.
capable of combining or exploring the other person's
Yeah.
interests,
Yeah.
or they're just not interested at all, it's not gonna work.
It's called compatibility,
Yeah.
and it's definitely a thing that's important in relationships. And yeah, my thought here is Alina gets tired. That's why she's in a wheelchair. She gets tired when she walks. So if Caleb's in the gym for however many hours a day you're in the gym for when you're bodybuilding or preparing for a competition, those two lifestyles are probably very different.
Not just at the gym. Apparently, he loves hiking. He loves outdoor activities and stuff. I don't think Alina can necessarily hike, right?
I don't know. Probably not too far
Yeah.
because, right, she gets tired.
But on the other hand, Alina performs. She loves music. She travels, which
Right.
he travels too. I think they could make it work
Well-
if he understands, if he really would be willing to understand her and do the extra work.
Well, it comes down to sacrifice, and people sacrifice
True.
things for love. So if him going to the gym 7 days a week for several hours at a time becomes an issue, well, he's just got to be willing to sacrifice that for her.
True.
So that's really what it all.
Well, that's why I'm
boils
excited
down
to
to.
see them together and everything, because I think there is a potential, but they would both need to work for it. Mostly Kayla, because unfortunately she is the one who has a disability.
Yeah.
That she's doing great, but he would need to wrap his mind around it, help her out, and be understandable.
Absolutely.
Understanding.
Either or. So then Caleb tells his parents about Elijah coming to help. And Sheila's like, all right, well, you already got a chaperone, so I don't have to offer to chaperone.
It's like, okay, Mom, do you know that your son banks?
Yeah, you know he's 28, right? Okay. But he says, right now, we just got to see if we can get along because of our differences. We got to see if we can make this work. So, cut to Alina at her apartment with Elijah. They're packing up to travel to Turkey. They're going that day. Elijah's helping Alina pick out some sexy outfits so she can wow Caleb. And once again, Elijah loves calling Alina a bitch. I guess it's a term of endearment in their relationship because this time he's like, she's a fierce bitch.
I love it. That's the relationship they have.
Okay.
I love that Elijah is really there for her and he doesn't have to.
I'll be there for you. I like that he's
That's
there.
the next couple.
I like that he's there for her. I also have a feeling he's there for the cameras because we looked up his Instagram and his bio says 90-day Beyonce.
And I love it.
It's fine, but he's clearly eating up
Yes,
this
but don't
newfound
forget,
fame.
they live together.
Sure.
I don't think he ignored her until this point and
That's a
now
good point.
he's so helpful.
That's a good point.
Her mom trusts him. She's okay her going to Turkey because Elijah's coming.
Okay.
They have the band together. Like, I believe that he's truly her friend and he's truly there for her. Not just, oh, we're roomies. Like, I had roommates. One, we had our differences, but she was my friend. Two, the second one I hated. I mean, she didn't like me either, so that was mutual. But we were roomies. I wasn't helping them with anything. Once in a while, we had a glass of wine together.
That's a good
That was
point.
about it. He is helping her with stuff. So that's more than just roomies.
So the cameras, the attention, that's just a perk. That's a plus for him.
Yeah.
But that's not
Plus,
the reason
Elijah
he's
has
doing
78 followers as of last night
it.
when I
he's got
checked.
a couple
So
hundred. Yeah.
I don't think he's going to cash big on this.
We might.
I
We
mean-
might. We'll see. All right. Let's cut back to Arizona. Now it's the day Caleb is leaving for Turkey. And apparently he waits until the day he travels to another country to start packing. Because he's like, I'm leaving today. Got to pack all the essentials, 3 tubs of protein powder. Pretty sure those were Magnum condoms that he threw in there. I don't know if he needs them or he just thinks his unit next to Alina will make it seem like he needs Magnum condoms, but he's putting them in there. But I now understand why he's bringing the protein powder.
Tarot cards and condoms, too.
He's bringing the protein powder, which I'm not a bodybuilder. Maybe you take protein powder every day regardless.
You drink protein powder. I do, too.
But what I was going to say is after I work out, I drink it. I hope Caleb's not going to go on this 2-week vacation, 3-week vacation and go to the gym every day.
No, but I hate protein shakes. I genuinely hate it. I do drink it either after I work out or when I have meetings over lunch and I have no time to eat, but I'm hungry. I'll just sip on the protein shake. That's drinkable. It gives me some energy.
It's a quick, easy meal.
Yeah, not that I love it, but
No.
yeah,
It's no frozen dinner, Gino. But
That's for sure. But I more use it as a small meal if I don't have time.
yeah, so maybe that's what he's doing. He thinks, who knows what there's going to be for me to
Yeah.
eat in Turkey. At least I'll have my protein powder.
Plus, if you want to keep yourself in shape, if you're an active person, you should have a protein intake. I think you and I, we eat enough protein in our
Yeah.
meals.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do still have some extra, and so do you.
Yeah.
So I think that's what he's doing.
Okay, but I didn't know at the time that we watched that he was a bodybuilder. So I was like, what is this dude doing? Who is this, Brandon 2.0 with all that protein powder? What are we doing here, folks? But it checks out. He's working on that body. He's building that body. So Caleb says, I'm a pretty sexually open person, so I'm excited. I'm excited about this new adventure, this sexual adventure. But I'm a little anxious too, because a lot of things you take for granted in regular size sex.
He's like, she can either be down there or up here.
I mean, you could hit most of the classic positions, I think, regardless of how tall you are.
But he made a good point when he said she can either be down there or up here, that you cannot bang and make out at the same time. That was his point.
That you can't do. But very few positions can you bang and make
I
out.
almost feel like you can do more.
What do you mean, as a little person?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to get into our sexual exploits, but sure. I mean, it's easier, I think.
Yeah, your sister's listening.
That's right. Hello, Rachel. But yeah, sure. It's yeah. We're not going to get into it. But good luck. Regular size sex, that stuff is.
Listen, any sex is the bomb.
There you go. You said it. You said it. So, Josh, Caleb's brother, picks him up. He's going to drive Caleb to the airport.
Is that his brother? I thought it was his friend.
It's brother. It's his brother. Yeah.
Oof. This is the second time
Come on. Where are you?
I burned.
So, just like Caleb's parents, Josh, a little skeptical of this relationship too.
But he said, I don't think it's going to work because of their physical compatibilities.
Compatibility?
Compatibility.
Their lack of physical compatibility?
Yes.
We'll see.
This
is such a well, I don't know if it's a small part of a relationship. It could turn into a big part of the relationship, but we'll see. If you love the person, if you're willing to sacrifice, then age is just a number. Height is just a number.
100%. You're sacrificing.
Which is also a number.
True. You're sacrificing my accent all the time. You love the English language, but I butcher it and you're still with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't butcher it that often, to be honest.
You're getting better.
Much better.
And sometimes you butcher it and it's the best thing ever. Like Olaf. So you take the good
Olaf the other end here.
You take the good with the bad. And that was fantastic. All right. Back in Russia, Alina and Elijah, they're heading to the airport. And Alina is wondering what's going to happen when we see Caleb. Will he hug me with his big arms, with those bodybuilding arms and his shoulders? Will he wrap his gorgeous hair around me? There's so many possibilities, so much excitement, and a little nice editing here. They split screen it. They show everyone arriving to the airport, checking in, and this is it. It's turkey time. And we see Alina and Elijah, they arrive first. Mm-hmm. They get to Istanbul first because the plan is get to the hotel, check in, get some beauty sleep. Caleb's going to arrive the next day.
Did you realize that she's calling him Caleb?
Caleb.
Yeah,
DJ Caleb.
I have not a friend, but a person I know. She's Czech, and her husband's name is Caleb. She calls him Caleb too, which is weird.
I think it's just an accent because I'm pretty sure everyone else calls him Caleb.
I can say Caleb.
Sure.
I'm sure her English is pretty good. I'm sure she can say Caleb.
Potentially. I can't think off the top of my head, but I know when we first met, you would say other names a little bit differently.
Like what?
Well,
I mean, yeah, but
you know, you did. So I think his name is Caleb, and I think she's just using that accent to finesse it a little bit.
Your name threw me off a bit because
John.
Your name is Jonathan, but you go by John, but you don't have the H. So when we matched on the dating app, I was like, what is he from?
And my opening line was also related to your name.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Because you got the Z, not the S.
The Z.
But it's a different name.
I got the Z.
So Maria, Alina's friend and old classmate, picks him up. And I wrote down, why couldn't Maria be there to help Alina? Why did Elijah need to tag along? But you make a good point. They've got this relationship. They've built this relationship. They are roommates. They are in the band. He does know her challenges and he does know how to help. So that makes sense.
Plus, Alina said she hasn't seen Maria since college. I'm curious what Alina studied in college. I almost want to say like music or something artistic.
Yeah.
But I would love to know. But anyways, she hasn't seen Maria since college.
Yes.
So I don't think Maria would be there with her 24/7 if she lives and works in Turkey, right?
Yeah.
Plus, we learned something that I didn't know. Turkey had a curfew, 8 p.m. curfew.
COVID curfew. Yeah.
At the time.
Well, I think Maria would be able to stay at the hotel if that was her
yes,
residence for the time being.
I think it's good that Elijah came.
It's good. We like that. So in the car, Maria and Elijah are just like, isn't this crazy? Alina's meeting up with an online stranger. And Maria's like, this is nuts. Are you guys staying at the same hotel? Like
At the same room.
Alina's like, same room, girl. Same room. And
Yeah.
Maria, mind blown. Can't believe it, but it is what it is. So they check into the hotel. And this is where the problems start immediately. immediately. They find out their room is on the second floor.
But.
Hotel doesn't have an elevator.
And that was Caleb's responsibility to book a hotel, knowing that she has a wheelchair, knowing that she is a little person and has a hard time walking for a while. So that would probably include climbing sets of stairs.
Let me defend Caleb for a second, or at least put my feet in his shoes for a second. We get all the backstory of Alina. That's what happens on 90 Day Fiancé. They run through her history and her challenges, and we know. But how much does Caleb truly know? He knows she is a little person. Okay. But has she gone into what that means in terms of climbing stairs, in terms of walking longer distances? Because let's be honest here, it's it'd probably be bad to assume that she couldn't do certain things. So maybe he just thinks, oh yeah, she's a little person, but she can walk upstairs.
Well, she said it. She said, oh, I don't know. I might not be able to reach the light switch. I cannot walk long distance. I need my wheelchair. They had the conversation.
Okay. So that's what I'm wondering. But most of those things were height related. The stairs, I don't know that I would think about that.
I mean, we don't think about it because we don't have to.
Right.
But I would assume if you know, just forget if you know if she can or cannot climb stairs. Just the fact that she said to him, I use wheelchair because I cannot walk long distances. I get very tired. Just the fact that she mentioned the wheelchair, he should have made sure that the hotel is wheelchair accessible.
And here's what I would say as an American. I feel like most Americans think about hotels and go, oh, hotels have elevators. In Europe, it's very different. But this guy's a traveler. So I'm sure he's probably seen or heard about a hotel that doesn't have an elevator. Those older hotels we've stayed at in Europe, they have stairs.
We've never stayed at the hotel without an elevator.
Airbnb, but we were about to. I think the hotel in Paris that we ended up canceling, I'm pretty sure it was stairs. Yeah, pretty sure it was stairs. But okay, he's a traveler. He should know this. I was wondering how much Alina told him about her challenges, but okay. So the room on the second floor, concierge is like, all right, well, leave your wheelchair down here. I'll carry your luggage. So far, not so good for Caleb. They get to the room, and I think the room looks pretty good. It's like an apartment.
Yeah. It's not fancy, but it's not bad. It looks big.
It looks big.
But not just the room.
It looks like a suite. I thought it was going to be for Elijah, too, because it was so large. But yeah, the room is big, but everything is big. The bed is tall. The bed is tall. The toilet's too high.
So she'll need either Caleb's help to get on the toilet or some sort of a step or something.
Caleb would probably be into that, judging by his sexual exploits.
Well, we'll find out.
We'll find out. So, yeah, this is the first sign that Caleb doesn't truly understand Alina's challenges, I think. So Elijah, the friend that he is, offers to stay over for the night, which is good for two reasons. She'll have some help, and it means he's got his own place. So, new day in Turkey. Elijah ironing Alina's clothes, getting ready. It's the day Alina is finally going to meet Caleb. She's feeling a whole spectrum of emotions. She's excited. She's nervous. She's confused. So she tells Elijah, you know what? I think I should be alone when I meet Caleb for the first time.
Which makes sense, but in the same time, I almost wish she was there. Maybe you don't have to be there at the moment, wait outside.
Right.
But Caleb, Elijah was disappointed. He said he's there to protect her. This way, he doesn't know what Caleb's gonna do. And don't forget, Alina cannot climb into a taxi. Caleb will need to pick her up and put her in, as Elijah did, right?
Sure.
Isn't that gonna be a little awkward just because they will just meet? It's gonna be very fresh. Wouldn't you want your friend to help you?
I don't know, but isn't it awkward too to be meeting up with this love interest of yours and you're standing there while another man lifts her up into a car?
I guess.
I would be like, whoa, no, like hands off. Hands off, that she's mine.
Guess.
Right? So either way, I don't know. There's a production crew with her, so
True.
I think that's fine. they're going to have eyes on her. So Elijah, I think, can relax a little bit. But yeah, he didn't like what he was hearing. He wanted to be there, but that's not going to be the case. So they get ready. They leave for the airport, and it's true. He had to help her in. So we see that. Cut to the airport. Caleb lands, and now he just needs to go find Alina. So.
Next time.
Well, you're skipping out.
What am I skipping? Him changing?
Oh, yeah. Him doing a Darcy Dash, wiping down in the bedroom. And the only reason I mentioned it is because he's taking any chance to show off those fourth place muscles. I can speak. And he rips off his shirt and he's wiping down, and just wanted to mention that. But yeah.
Well, I'm sure our lady friends who listen to our pod will appreciate that.
Yeah. You gotta give equal time to both.
True.
To both. Okay?
But they'll meet next time. Finally.
Finally, it's happened to me right in front of my face. And it's No, My Pussy's Got Wi-Fi, but it's a pretty good song. All right. Speaking of pretty good songs,
ooh,
look at that segue.
Kim and Usman, a.k.a.
Soulja Boy. So it's the day Kim is flying to Tanzania to meet Soulja Boy.
She'll be gone for 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Very excited. She wants to experience the culture, the food. She wants to do it all with the man of her dreams. But a little bit of sadness. She's got to leave her mom behind.
Her mom got a haircut.
Her mom's looking good. Mm-hmm. Her mom looks very able. And so it's got to be a little bit easier.
Yeah, she'll be fine. I mean, mom will be fine for 2 weeks.
Sally's going to be fine. Everyone calm down. Okay? She's going to be looked after. She's going to be taken care of. Kimberly, you go knock yourself out. Have some fun, because it's probably going to be the first and last time you see Soulja Boy.
Kim is being emotional. She feels selfish, but mom said it's okay.
Yeah.
Go, and she hopes for a love connection, although you're being a very optimistic mom.
Right. Maybe mom will be on the next season of Before the 90 Day with Soulja Boy. Because maybe if Soulja keeps striking out, he's just going to keep, older, right?
Yeah,
older.
I'm questioning that whole older American ladies thing he's doing.
Well, let's wait, because we learn a little bit more about this. So Kim says her goodbyes, gets in the Uber, gets to the airport. She's feeling good. She can't wait to touch Soulja Boy. Thinks once she does, it's going to be great. So Kim lands in Ethiopia. She's taken 2 flights. She's traveled over 27 hours, but she's got one more flight. She's going to have a night to herself in Tanzania and then pick Usman up the next day.
Because he's flying from Nigeria.
Yes. Okay, so here we go. We flash back to 24 hours earlier, and we are reintroduced to Usman, international superstar and king of Africa. Screw you, Mufasa. Usman
I was just going to say.
is the king of Africa. Yeah. So we see Soulja Boy laying down some vocals in the studio.
Wait, was Mufasa the tiger?
No, Mufasa's the
tiny
king,
lion?
the lion. Yeah.
But is Mufasa the one that was a tiny lion, then he became the big lion?
No.
Or is Mufasa the bad lion, like Olaf?
No, Mufasa is the father. Simba is...
But Simba becomes the king of Africa.
Right. So is Mufasa evil?
No, Mufasa is the dad, isn't he? But then he has a brother.
Oh, Scar.
Yeah. But Mufasa dies.
Yeah, but Mufasa was the king.
He was, but now
Mufasa means king.
the tiny lion who's gonna get bigger is gonna become the king. Isn't there like the monkey holding the lion?
I mean, that's the moment. That is the moment. Tattoo that on my back. That is the moment. Yeah. And that's the king of Africa. But Soulja Boy, tell him.
I loved Timon and Pumbaa.
Simone and Pumbaa. Right?
Timon.
Oh, is it? What is it?
We say Timon in Czech. Is it Simon?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
It's a meerkat.
I haven't seen the movie.
And a wild boar.
I think so. This is turning into a Lion King recap podcast. Let's see.
It's Timon.
Characters. You might be right. Let's see. Simba, Scar, Mufasa, Nala, Zazu. Oh, Timon. Rafiki, Pumbaa.
I told you, Timon and Pumbaa.
We got to watch this movie. All right, let's get back to this. Soulja Boy is in the studio laying down some tracks, singing about Zara, the girl, not the store. And he says his career has been going very well. I'm sure thanks to 90 Day. Mm-hmm. It's going just fine. And he says his goal, red flag alert, his goal is to be a bigger star in the United States.
Like Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, or Jay-Z.
Any of those will do. If I could get to any of their levels,
I would
happy.
probably be shooting for Jay-Z because Michael and Chris, they both had a lot of issues.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Yeah, don't shoot for those. Although Michael Jackson music's great.
As a human, we're not so sure.
Yeah, Chris Brown, so many issues.
Jay-Z, pretty
We
good.
love Jay-Z.
Yeah,
good.
billionaire.
Yeah.
Great businessman.
Shoot for Jay-Z.
Shoot for Don't shoot at Jay-Z. Don't shoot at him. He's
Yeah,
not that
that
type of
would not be
rapper.
good.
He's not that type of rapper. Okay. So Soulja Boy then talks about his ex a little bit, BGL, how controlling she was and how that was affecting his career.
So he's not there for her.
He's not there for her. He's single. And maybe not for long because he's been talking to Kimberly.
His potential girlfriend.
Yeah.
Which is so insulting.
That's so insulting.
Insulting.
Yeah.
Calling someone who flies across the world to help you with your music video about another lady, by the way.
Oh, we'll
you
get
call
there.
her the potential girlfriend.
Hey, at least she's not lying to her.
True. That's a good point.
Gotta respect the honesty. So Soulja Boy says he's not in love with Kimberly yet, but he loves her kindness and loyalty.
Which I can see.
I like that. So that's why he invited her to Tanzania. They want to see if they connect. They want to see if they can vibe things out, see if they can make it official. So cut to Soulja Boy meeting up with Bad Mess and Slam T, his team, and they're talking about the upcoming travel, some publicity they have to do, some radio, maybe a show, and of course the video. But they're also talking about Kimberly.
Kimberly's coming.
Kimberly's coming, and Soulja Boy's friends are not supportive of this at all.
Well, because he's a celebrity. He should be with a younger looking model and probably Zara because that's the girl the song is about.
Well, I found it funny that Slam T was like, people expect Soulja Boy to be with a younger person, a model-like person. It's like, no, Slam T. This is exactly who people expect Soulja Boy to be with.
That's his image.
This is his image, is to be with BGL or Kimberly.
But hey, he is in love with this girl Zara. I feel like there was something going on. She is a younger looking American woman. I'm sure she's maybe in her late 20s, early 30s based on the photo, right?
Right.
But Zara couldn't take his fame.
Because Zara, pretty girl, probably has options and knows she doesn't have to deal with other women sliding into Soulja's DMs.
True.
And that's why it didn't work out, because she couldn't deal with the quote unquote fame and celebrity of Soulja Boy.
But there is the song.
But there's a song. There is a song. And yes, he still has feelings for her, which is a little concerning.
But he decided to focus on Kimberly
Yeah.
because Zara cannot handle his fame.
Yeah.
She cannot.
And I have a feeling Kimberly won't be able to either. But
Well,
we're-
Kimberly
we have
said
to wait
she
for
would
that.
be willing to share him.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't
That's-
see it either. But
that's not gonna-
let's see.
That's
Let's
not-
see.
Maybe
Let's see.
maybe she'll share him with Sally, because she's not going to leave Mother Sally.
That's a good point. And I
So-
was thinking that as we are watching the show,
So maybe it'll be Kimberly, Sally, and Soulja.
who knows?
That could be the threesome.
Listen, let's keep watching. I'm definitely here for it.
Okay, let's talk about another couple. Probably my least favorite
I
couple
was just going to say.
of this season so far, but who knows? Never say never. You guys could turn this thing around. But it's Memphis, it's Hamza, and it's the day Memphis is flying to Tunisia to meet and marry Hamza.
Yes. First, she's going to Ingrid's house. Ingrid is her foster sister.
Yes.
And she's going to drive her to the airport.
Yes, and she's making a pit stop for some bacon because she's not going to be able to have that in Tunisia.
Oh, that's an interesting point. Did she say it?
I think she said that.
Oh.
I think she said that. So they sit down, they eat, they talk, and Ingrid's like, so you're going to be gone for weeks. Like, I don't know if I could do that to my kids.
That's a good point,
Oh,
Ingrid.
the shade,
That's a good
Ingrid. The
point,
shade, Ingrid. Yeah.
I mean, if anyone can, it's your family can always say what they think without.
Yes.
That's the thing. Family can be very honest without coming across as too much or too invading.
Judgmental.
Yeah.
Well, that's their job, is to look out for
Yeah,
their
that's
own.
why you have a family.
Yeah.
Those families should be honest. I'll keep it in mind.
Yeah. So Memphis thinks in the long run, this will be good for her kids because they'll have a good father figure and they'll have a loving family. And Ingrid's like, stop. I've never even seen you two interact. And you're over here talking about being good for your kids and being a good father figure. Come on. And Memphis is like, well, we FaceTime. That's the same thing.
No, I'll tell you what.
You FaceTime with your clothes off, first of all,
Yeah.
Memphis.
FaceTime is great when you know the person, when you met them in person, because you know it all. When you just FaceTime with someone you never met, I've never done it, so I don't know. But being in person is different.
Yeah. Yeah. You can sense that maybe there's a connection and maybe you can build your relationship into something worthwhile, but you don't just know that from FaceTime, Memphis. So Ingrid asks if Hamza knows about Memphis's ex. And she says, well, he knows it's her child's father, but he doesn't know the whole story.
Did you hear her say that she has 2 kids, right? One, the younger one, lives with her ex, and the older one, who is on camera, the younger one isn't, has a blurred face.
Yeah.
That the older daughter's father is not in the picture at all. So her ex, who's not this daughter's father, is still taking that child in, basically acting like her dad.
Okay.
I guess they were married, so he probably was around this kid. But he's taking both of these kids in for 3 weeks while she's going to meet Hamza.
Booty call. Speaking of kids, I wanted to mention this earlier. I forgot. Kimberly, her son that we saw, his name is Jamal, I think, right?
Jamal.
And I just thought that because Kimberly is such a Michael Jackson super fan, Michael Jackson always says, like, Jamon, which is like his
Oh, really?
one of his catchphrases. And I'm like, well, you can't name your kid Jamon, but I guess you could name your kid Jamal. So I feel like almost
Interesting.
that's why she did it. Oh,
I'm surprised she didn't name the kid Michael Jackson.
as a first name.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Anyways,
MJ.
we digress. Okay. So he doesn't know the whole truth. Hamza doesn't know the whole truth. So help
And the
you God.
truth is not that bad.
What's the truth, Teresa?
The
Tell us
truth
the truth.
is that at the beginning of the relationship, she was going through some stuff. So she turned to her ex, and they spent a couple of nights together, but nothing sexual.
Yeah,
Do we believe that?
he probably sent her one good morning text and she was right back. She was like, here's a guy who can send a good morning text. I'm coming back.
Well, she said her ex was just there for her in non-sexual way, which, what does it mean? You sleep together, you cuddle, but you don't bang? I mean,
I think that's exactly what it means.
I guess, unless she didn't want to sit on TV. But if that's it, like if you said, hey, I was going through some tough times, we just started dating, I share a child with my ex and he was there for me, I don't think that's that ridiculous.
That's where it gets tricky because they do have a child. It is seemingly joint custody. And so, of course, there's still a relationship there. You can get mad at a person if you were supposed to cut ties. You shouldn't have contact with a person. You
Sure.
broke up and move on, and now you're spending nights with him. But yeah, if you guys are still in each other's lives because of a kid.
And you always will be.
Yeah, then it's a different story, and you would hope Hamza understands this.
We'll see.
We'll see. So we cut to Memphis and Ingrid in the car. They're on the way to the airport. She's excited. She's ready. Memphis a little worried that maybe Hamza won't be attracted to her.
I think there is something in her past that I hope we'll find out because it seems like she has some issue. We know
here's-
about her past, but I think there is something about her and the man because Ingrid kind of said something.
Here's what I think the drama's going to be. I think she says, well, I hope he's still attracted to me, right? I think we're going to get a Nicole Azen situation.
I don't think so. They
Let me
FaceTime.
finish my point.
I'm sorry.
She says, I think maybe he won't be attracted to me in person, right? So he will be, right? I'm going to preempt what you were going to say. He will be attracted to her. They've seen each other. They FaceTime. There's no surprises there, right? The issue is going to be he's not going to be able to show it in public because of his culture.
Interesting.
And so she's going to be all self-conscious. Oh, he doesn't find me attractive. He doesn't love me because he can't hold my hand in public. He won't kiss me in public. So, yeah, he's going to be attracted to her. He's not going to be able to show it enough to make her happy, and that's going to be the drama.
Interesting. I hope she, unlike Nicole, learned something about the Tunisian or Arab culture.
Yeah.
Because Rebecca and Ziad, Rebecca was respecting it, minus her shirt with boobs out.
Oh, well.
When they went to
Oh, yeah.
the hookah bar. But she wasn't trying to be crazy
You and the
in public.
hookers today. The hooker bar?
The hooker bar. But that was the worst thing she did, right?
Yeah.
Like her dress code. She wasn't trying to make out with him all the time and being mad at him because she understood the culture.
Right.
I'm hoping that Memphis, who seems to be a smart girl,
Yep.
will do the same. But hey, she seems to have some insecurity issues.
Definitely.
So that could be a potential problem. I'll give you that.
Definitely. So she leaves us with quote of the episode. Absolute quote of the episode. She's at the airport. She's about to get on the plane. And she goes, I'm 1,000%. Sorry. I'm 1,000% invested in marrying a man I've never met before. You're on the wrong show. It's Married at First Sight is the show you should have been on.
That's a good point.
But who says that? She's like, well, I hope this works out because I'm 1,000% invested in marrying a man I've never met before.
You know why I was laughing also? She was running through the airport to catch her flight. Literally running. She's like, that was us last night.
Sure was.
Running through the airport like I'm home alone. It's the holiday season, so
It's the holiday season.
The airport in Charlotte, North Carolina was packed.
Yeah.
Our gate was in a different terminal.
Yeah.
And we just ran. I was having a hard time catching my breath. My knee was giving me a hard time, but we made it.
And before you write in and say, poor planning, guys, why did you book your flights so close to each other?
We didn't.
We didn't. We had plenty of time until we were landing and the plane aborted the landing.
We were literally about to touch down on the runway.
We were I think it was 500 feet above the runway.
And it was like, whoop.
All of a sudden you hear the throttle and you're like, what's happening now? And we just start going back up. And they didn't tell us what was happening for like 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It felt like an hour where we're just like, what's happening? What's happening? Well, it could have been bad. I'm glad they got that plane back up because the plane that had landed before us wasn't getting off the runway. So we would have gone nose to tail into a plane.
That would have been very, very bad.
So then we had to circle for like 15 to 20 minutes, and that's why we almost missed our flight.
And the flight was already delayed. So
that's very true.
we were supposed to have 50 minutes.
Yeah.
We had minus 15.
Yeah.
But somehow other flights were delayed too. So we just made it.
It was a good Home Alone moment.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. Last couple, a new couple.
I love that.
And I love this. It is Mike. It is Ximena. It is Nerd Alert.
It is Mike, 34, Thiels, New York.
Oh, nice.
And it is Ximena, 24, Colombia.
So we meet Mike, who is playing with Legos. Okay. And we learn he's an IT support technician. And
a volunteer fireman.
And I'll get to that. And a volunteer firefighter. And he's playing with his Legos. And someone yells up to him, "You coming down for breakfast?" And it turns out Mike lives with his father, Larry, and his grandfather, Hyman, who I think is very proud of his name because he wears a hat with an H on it.
Love it.
With a name like Hyman, it's got to be good. So let me just say before we go any further, I would absolutely watch an entire spinoff of Mike, his dad, Hyman, and those thin-ass pancakes.
Could be like 2.5 Men.
I would absolutely watch that spinoff. So we learned Mike hasn't been in a relationship in like 20 years or so. He had one in high school. It was somewhat serious, but that's about it. Of course, like everyone else, he couldn't find anyone locally. So he just changed his location to Colombia, and he met someone who made his dreams come true.
They have an emotional connection, but surprise, surprise, Ximena speaks no English.
And he barely speaks any Spanish.
Yes, so it'll be interesting.
What a connection.
It almost seems like it's going to be a Paul and Karini moment.
Oh,
Hopefully not, but
I think technology's advanced in the last several years, or hopefully with Google Translate or something, they could speak to each other a little easier.
I hope so. Because reading all the subtitles plus listening to all the translators is like, oh.
It's a lot.
Oh.
It's a lot. So cut to Mike at the firehouse. He's meeting up with his younger brother, Steven, who's also a firefighter. And they start...
I think volunteer, right?
I didn't have to put volunteer there. I mean, he's a firefighter.
I mean, I think volunteer means you don't get paid, or do you?
Still a firefighter.
I don't know.
Still a firefighter. So they start talking about Mike's trip. And Steven thinks it's a little crazy, but he says it's the happiest I've seen Mike since our moms passed away.
9 years ago, colon cancer.
Yeah. So when that happened, Mike kind of shut down. He wasn't opening up to anyone, but Ximena got Mike to open up. And so now he's happier than he's ever been.
Yes.
So his brother's like, are you planning to marry her? And Mike says, if all goes well, the plan is to propose.
Well, Steven is concerned because he is 7 years younger and several inches taller.
Yep.
But he feels like
5'4". Mike 5'4", right?
Mike 5'4", Steven 5'10".
Did he say that or you did the math?
Mike said it.
Oh, okay.
But Steven, even though he's younger and taller, he feels like he is the older, wiser brother because sometimes Mike doesn't make the best decisions and he's worried about him.
It goes back to height being just a number and age being just a number. It doesn't matter. You could be 60 and so immature. You could be 19 and super mature.
Very true.
So
and we've seen it on this show so many times.
And we're probably seeing it right now where Steven is a bit more mature and a bit taller.
Very true.
So Mike's like, yeah, if all goes well, I got a small little ring. I got which I wish we saw. We haven't seen it yet, but he got a small little ring. Steven, not really that supportive of it. Can't believe it, but okay. Mike says, I trust her, and that's a lot for me right now. And also, she asks things like, have I eaten breakfast? Have I eaten lunch? And that means a lot to me.
Listen, all Mike wants is he just wants to be happy. He wants to be happy and have his own person who's going to move in with Larry and Hyman.
Yeah.
It's going to be Ximena and Hyman and Larry and Mike.
And the extra flat pancakes.
One happy family. But listen, I feel for him. He's been lonely for 20 years. That's a long F time.
Yeah. Yeah. You always wonder in these circumstances, like, how much did Mike really try to get out there and explore the dating scene in Thiels, New York?
I feel like he seems like he's been, taking care of his dad and his grandfather, working hard. Apparently, he's saving money, helping them. So it's almost like he's been
Are
the
you saying
caregiver.
Hyman is broke?
Why would I say that?
Are you saying, Theresa, are you saying Hyman is broke?
I think Hyman's very, very much retired.
Oh. Okay. The Hyman has retired. That's another way to say it.
Larry might be retired too. So I think Mike takes care of them. And forget I'm sure financially he helps, but he takes care of them. He makes the flat pancakes.
Yeah.
I'm sure he vacuums.
Once in a while.
Whatever they need.
Whatever. I love it. Okay.
Yeah. So I think he's the caregiver who maybe tried to find love but was not successful. But now is his time to shine.
Now it's time. Okay. Can we talk about my favorite segment of the episode?
Mike's best friend.
My absolute favorite segment of the episode. No, but he is with his best friends. He's with John and his wife, Nelsie, and they're going to a toy store. Before Mike leaves, he wants to go to a toy store. He doesn't want to show up empty-handed because we learn Jimena's got a couple kids, a 3-year-old and a 7-year-old.
I do the math, so he probably got pregnant at 16 or 17 at the latest.
Okay. You're good with numbers.
Well, she's 24, so minus 7. But it doesn't mean that at
Wait,
7.
No. Ximena has a 3-year-old and a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh, but John and Nelsie have a 3-year-old. Right.
No. I said Ximena probably popped the baby when she got pregnant when she was 16 or 17 the latest.
How old is she?
24. Okay. Minus 7.
Got it. Ooh.
It's 17. But
All right.
most likely she got pregnant at 16.
That's pretty young.
Unless she made it all in 1 year. But still, very young.
Well, Mike has no experience with kids. He may look like a Pixar character, but he doesn't know anything about kids.
And I've seen a meme.
Yeah,
But
he looks like,
let's move on.
what do you call those? The
Minions?
The Minions, yeah. So I don't even think that's Pixar. That's probably Universal. But he's got no experience with kids, but John and Nelsie do. They have a 3-year-old. They know what's up. So they're going to go toy shopping. Mike doesn't want to give up any of his Legos. So they're going to go to a toy store and buy some.
They call him Mikey. That's cute.
Mikey, yeah. So Mikey, big spender, looking to drop around $100, $150 on some toys.
That's a lot for toys. Dude,
lot.
go on
It's
Amazon.
a lot for toys. Mm-hmm. So they get to the toy store. They play with some toys. They pick a few things out, and they go to pay. And oh, my favorite. Oh, we need more.
I forgot about this.
We've seen some cashiers on 90 Day Fiance. We have
not
seen
like this.
the rug lady at the store with Jovi and Yara.
Oh, yeah.
The stargazer. Are you on a
Oh, yeah.
venture or journey? But we have not seen anything quite like this woman with glasses on glasses on glasses, right? She's wearing a beanie and a mask, and she kind of looks like a Pixar character too.
She sure does.
And just the way she talks to Mike, she's like,
I loved it.
"Who are the toys for?" They're like, well, it's for his girlfriend's kids in Colombia. And the cashier's like, oy vey. Well, like, okay, kids should like the toys, but flying to meet a new girlfriend in a country, it's risky. It's risky. It's just like, what? Who is this lady? And he goes, but if it doesn't work out, I hope he gets a good cup of coffee.
It's like, what?
Well, Colombia is known for its coffee.
Oh.
But it's risky.
Look at her. Look at her thinking.
She's got
Going a little
8
deeper.
pairs of glasses. She's smart. I always say glasses are the sign of intelligence on television. It's how you telegraph it. She's got 19 pairs on her face.
A face mask,
Absolute
COVID-friendly,
genius.
double glasses.
Whew. We need more of her, okay? We
wish.
need Hyman to start dating her.
Ooh, interesting.
You
I
like
would
that?
Like I would like,
You like
I
that
would like
plot
to
twist?
watch it. Or
Yeah.
Bojangles.
Ooh. It's a little risky.
Oh, I can see him playing with
risky.
the toys.
So before they leave the toy store, Nelsie wants to have a little chat with Mike. She wants to double check and see, do you really want to do this? Do you know what you're getting yourself into? John, on the other hand, doesn't want Mike to blow all of his cash on it. He sees how much he's spending on these toys, $150, $200 on these toys.
Well, apparently Mike works hard for his cash. He saves up. He doesn't want this chick to blow all his money, which is a good point. He's being a good friend with a big neck tattoo.
The sad part about it, too, is if Ximena takes Mike for everything he's got, Larry and Hyman are out of a house, too, because,
True.
right, he provides for all of them, it seems like.
Yeah, sometimes I question these American dudes going to other countries or having a foreigner come here, not thinking about their living situation. Because if you live with your grandpa and your dad you take care of, I think another person to it might be difficult. Same thing with Brandon and Julia.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I get it. You're trying to, on cold old Debbie, you're trying to help your family. 100% I'm there for it. But what about you're gonna help them, but try to have a 1-bedroom apartment nearby? Just if possible. Because
A little separation between church
Yeah.
and state. Yeah. You make a good point.
it must be a lot.
But some people like it. Some people all want to be together.
True.
There's something about that. But John's worried, doesn't want Mike to blow all of his money because we learn he's been helping Ximena with rent and some other stuff like the fridge and the washer
machine.
dryer. So John is a little skeptical, wondering like, how do you know there's not another Mike in Colorado? You ever hear of Mike in Colorado? Right? This chick could just be milking you. There could be a Fred in Florida. Might be Colin in California. How do you know, Mike?
Or Caesar in North Carolina.
Or Caesar in North Carolina. Or a David in Nevada. How do you not know, right? And so John goes, this is beyond red flags. This is the nuclear air horn blowing across the country. The floodgates are closing. The National Guard is here. All the red flags are out. Well said, John.
Well said.
said.
Back to what I said earlier. Does he have a huge neck tattoo of lips?
I didn't stare
Or
directly
is it
at
like
John.
a giant hickey?
I couldn't stare directly at him. Or Nelsie.
I think it was a tattoo. I thought it was like a big lip.
I was very distracted by the cashier. Thriz, I'm sorry. I'll take a second look.
Yeah, I'm just guessing. Guys, if you know, let us know.
Let us know. Okay. But Mike trusts Ximena. He knows this is real, and that's what makes him happy.
Oh, Mikey, I'm here for it.
Oh, naive Mike. Okay. All right. That's it. We have reached the end. We still
Oh
have
my gosh.
2 couples, Ella and Johnny and Ben and Mahogany.
Who's Ellen? Ellen Johnny. Johnny is
He's
in Korea?
China. He's in China.
Okay.
She's in Idaho. Yeah, and then Ben from living on the sidewalk to walking the catwalk.
So where is he from?
Ben is Michigan, and then Mahogany is Peruvian.
Ooh.
So excited about that. But that's to come. Okay? This was a good
That's to
episode.
come, guys.
This was a good episode. Make sure you guys are following the podcast wherever you're listening. So easy to do. Just look down and smash that follow button.
Hey, guys, smash it like it's Christmas. Ho!
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
guys.
Christmas. Also,
Merry Christmas to those who celebrate.
press that plus sign. Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram at Married to Reality Pod. There's still time to enter the giveaway, folks.
Please do it. Do it.
Still time to enter. We want to get you that merch. Like we said, all you have to do is find the post where you'll see the merch. It says free giveaway. Like the post. Make sure you're following us. Tag 2 friends. You're entered to win any item of your choice from the merch shop, which can be found at marriedtorealitypodcast.com. You'll see a button to the store. Easy peasy.
Let us be your Santa Claus.
Oh, hello. And thank you again for the reviews. If you haven't left one, you know we appreciate it. That's the best Christmas gift you could give us. Like
For
Erica.
sure.
Thank you, Erica.
And if you don't do it this week, next week can be a New Year's gift.
Oh, we'll save it for next week then. All right. Yeah. Merry Christmas to you guys. Thank you for listening.
Erica, and thank you everyone for listening.
All right. I've said it all. Have you said it all?
I'm pretty sure I did.
All right. That means we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.